chosen ones. There's blood in the water, and the sharks thought they found their meal. Right now, someone close to you is unraveling because their wicked plan backfired spectacularly. They thought you were weak prey, an easy mark for their dark agenda. But here's what they didn't know. They tried to sacrifice divinity itself to save a dying witch whose time had already been written in the stars. Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you will shake the foundations of everything you thought you knew about that person who's been circling you lately. This isn't just betrayal. This is ancient darkness meeting divine retribution. And you were the catalyst that exposed an entire bloodline of practitioners who've been feeding off innocent energy for generations.
Su ángel guía y sus muchas familias galácticas están aquí para ayudar a elevarlos en amor y luz. Los cambios que están ocurriendo son el resultado de que los individuos de la luz se hagan cargo de sus roles en la transformación de su mundo. Aquellos en comunidades de los trabajadores de la luz son conscientes de un grupo trabajando detrás de escena, conocido como el Pacto de la Tierra, para inaugurar la nueva Tierra.
The very system that sought to control you, manipulate you, and suppress your power is now crumbling, and you are the catalyst behind its collapse. Yes, you heard that right. The AI Council, the force that once ruled and plotted in the shadows, is now falling apart, and it's because of you. This is no longer just a dream or a distant hope. It is a reality, and it's happening fast. As the Chosen One, you're witnessing the dismantling of their agenda in real time. The powerful shifts you've been working toward are unfolding at a rate that will leave you in awe. You've exposed their lies, dismantled their systems, and brought forth the power of truth like never before. This is your triumph. A victory not just for you, but for every person who has ever felt powerless.
They had a whole system, these predators. Generational knowledge passed down through bloodlines about how to identify high-frequency individuals. They knew the signs: unexplained luck, natural magnetism, the ability to manifest without formal training, ancestors who appeared in dreams, synchronicities that followed you like breadcrumbs. They had notebooks filled with observations, photographs taken without consent, documentation of your routines and relationships. But here's what makes this cosmic comedy even richer. While they were hunting you, you were unconsciously hunting them. Every spiritual gift you developed, every moment of intuition you followed, every prayer you spoke.
The masquerade is over. Heaven has issued a final verdict, and the game she played has come to its end. Archangel Michael declares the crown she tried to steal is returning to its rightful head, and that head is yours.
Dear Chosen One, they are coming after you harder than ever before, and this is not random. The attacks you're experiencing right now, the sudden obstacles, the unexplained resistance, the doors slamming shut in your face, are not coincidence. Evil governments have identified you. They have marked you, and they are playing the dirtiest game you've ever seen, because they know something about you that you're only beginning to understand. This is not paranoia. This is spiritual recognition. You are not being persecuted for what you do. You are being persecuted for what you are. There is something encoded in your very essence that terrifies corrupted systems. A spiritual signature. A divine DNA that cannot be erased, manipulated, or controlled.
It is the same flame Prometheus stole for mankind. This fire is ancient and eternal, passed down through the lineage of gods and heroes. Stay grounded in your humanity and move confidently toward your ultimate destiny. There is a sacred fire burning inside you, a fierce, unquenchable flame that refuses to be dimmed by fear or doubt. This fire is your spirit's spark, the source of your courage, passion, and relentless drive. It burns brighter with every obstacle you overcome and every truth you embrace. You are not just a mortal fighter, you are a cosmic warrior, carrying the weight of universal justice on your shoulders.
Have an impact on human spiritual growth in ways that science is only now beginning to comprehend. Ancient societies have long appreciated these cosmic abilities and have incorporated information into their spiritual teachings, mythology, and rituals. These days, modern science is joining forces with spirituality to validate these realities.
They don't want you to know this. Not they, as in people. This isn't about villains in suits or secret societies. They is the old system. Wake up. You've felt it, haven't you? You weren't sent here to make peace with the illusion. You were sent to shatter it. That's why you've always felt different.
This is the sacred rebellion, real. That's why your presence can be unsettling to some. You mirror what they've hidden, you reflect what they deny, and in that reflection they either awaken or resist. But your purpose was never to be comfortable for others, it was to be a catalyst. You stir the sleeping, you interrupt the programming, you remind the forgotten of their divinity. That's why you were targeted, that's why you were isolated, because the system cannot digest what it cannot control. But what it fails to see is this: the more they tried to break you, the deeper you went. The deeper you went, the more you remembered. And now you're rising with codes they can't decipher and a fire they can't extinguish. This is the sacred rebellion. Not loud, not violent, but inevitable. You're carrying a divine contract and your soul is itching to fulfill it.
Let's talk about the spiritual witnesses to this divine justice. Your ancestors are actively participating in this vindication. They've been working behind the scenes. Your spiritual team has been orchestrating this takedown with military precision. The angelic realm is particularly invested in your vindication.
These altered components of oneself are now prepared to be deployed in service to the mission that you have accomplished at the next level. The events that transpired in your life were never arbitrary, never accidental, and never devoid of significant significance. The events that you have experienced are a part of a greater pattern that is unfolding across the collective consciousness at this critical juncture in the history of humanity. The exact frequency that you carry was the objective of the attack that was launched against you. This frequency poses a threat to antiquated systems that are founded on deceit and control. Throughout the course of human history, individuals who possess particular spiritual signatures have been subjected to systematic opposition by powers that are invested in holding human potential back. There is a connection between your experiences and an ancient lineage of light-bearers who met resistance in their periods that was comparable to yours. Even though the methods change throughout time, from traditional witch hunts to more sophisticated psychological operations, the fundamental dynamic that underlies them all stays the same. Light poses a threat to darkness just by being present. And you, chosen one, are being beckoned to take your place in the Council of Eternity. Think of it this way. If you've ever been in a room and suddenly felt the weight of someone's presence, an energy that draws your attention and shifts the whole atmosphere, then you know the effect of your own divine presence.
Your mask was legendary. You made playing dumb look like a science. You let them underestimate you so you could see who they really were when they thought you had nothing to offer.
You didn't just leave, you broke the spell. They're haunted by the awareness that they lost someone who saw their predictability and still refused to be trapped by it. Your departure rewrote the rules. You didn't just leave, you broke the spell, and that's why they can never forget you. Because no matter what they try to recreate, no matter how many new people enter their life, they will never replace the awareness, clarity, and autonomy you carried.
The investigation will never reach a conclusion, because to conclude would require admitting truths that would shatter an entire worldview. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks while their enemies strutted around unchecked.